Here's your latest headlines with Sierra Tufts from the Wayne.com studio.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. It is Thursday, July 25th. Here are your late afternoon headlines. The Allen County Sheriff's Department is asking for your help finding a semi-driver who they say may be involved in another semi-driver's death. Around 2:40 this morning, police found a person dead along I-69 near the Union Chapel overpass. Police say the person found dead was the driver of a disabled semi. They believe another semi is involved. It might be a red or maroon Volvo semi-tractor with front passenger side damage, and it may be missing a mirror based on parts found at the scene. If you have any information, you are asked to call police. The incident remains under investigation. We'll provide updates as we learn more on Wayne.com and on the air. A judge sentenced a man for his role in the death of another man at the Southtown Crossing Walmart in March of this year. A judge sentenced 20-year-old Micah Nunn to 40 years in prison for voluntary manslaughter. A murder charge against Nunn was dropped. According to police, Nunn got out of a car and shot and killed 23-year-old Devin Harold. Cinnabon is coming to Fort Wayne. The owner of the Cinnamon Roll Company confirmed it will be in Glenbrook Square by the end of the year or early next year. Once that date gets closer, it will share more. In the meantime, you can get your Cinnabon fix at the Flying J in New Haven. Coming up later on Wayne.com, you'll be able to learn more about the Van Wert clock restoration project that is finally wrapped up. They have unveiled that clock, and you will have that for you on Wayne.com. Plus, later on tonight is a TRA board meeting. This follows the introduction of the possibility of an emergency services review board from Fort Wayne City Council, and also follows Mayor Sharon Tucker's op-ed in the Journal Gazette about TRA. We'll be there and we'll bring you updates. Plus, right now on Wayne.com and during the news at 6 is our Platinum Perspective. We are celebrating 70 years of Wayne 15. You can see some familiar faces in that story later on tonight and also on Wayne.com right now. All right, and let's take a look at those weather headlines. We are warm and sunny today, lower humidity than what we have been seeing, but we do have some heat on the way and some humidity on the way as well. Give me a look at Storm Tracker. Things looking pretty quiet right now. Getting a closer look, things look okay for us. Not a whole lot being picked up. There are some clouds in the air that's not being picked up by Storm Tracker, and we will take a look at that in just a second. Looking at that hourly planner, high temperatures today in the lower 80s. We're right around that high right now. We'll start to drop into the overnight hours. I believe we get into the upper 50s tonight. We'll take a look at that for sure on the 10-day. I sometimes forget about that. We'll take a look at that in just a second, but in the meantime, looking at our winds, about 5 to 10 miles per hour coming from the north, so a little bit cooler air. Give me a look at Parkview Field right now. So a little bit of clouds in the sky, like one maybe, and everything else is looking pretty good. Things looking beautiful for this Thursday evening. All right, and looking at that exclusive 10-day forecast, again, overnight lows into the upper 50s, like I mentioned, low 80s tomorrow, low mid 80s on Saturday, and then we have a string of mid to upper 80s for a few days with chances to see some rain as well and some storms and showers on Sunday and Monday and Tuesday. But in the meantime, 3 beautiful days on tap for us: Thursday, Friday, Saturday, of course today, lower 80s and plenty of sunshine. We start August in the mid to upper 80-degree mark, and things looking pretty warm. We will get started with that steamy weather Monday and Tuesday, and that humidity is definitely going to be felt. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 8:30. In the meantime, we'll see you at First at 5, news at 6, and Nightcast at 11. In the meantime, have a good evening.